Yo, come sit with me, Matthews. Let me show you the other side. I came out here under moonlight to prepare for this. So now, my bayonet will pick at your brain, then blow your mind to pieces. Ross Blatt's clobber, the poster list of this group's members with gunpowder. I burn whole cards like Vietnam draft dodgers. I'm a brute. I'll leave your whole squad comatose when I slam you on the scene. Can barely breathe with a tank on your back whose tracks cancel all your screams. Because I believe being part of a crew is like a cancer on the scene. And unlike the US military, I won't be tired or hiding from murder behind the camouflage fatigues. My K9s are like World War I shovels, the way they'll dent your flesh neat and dig through the throat acid minerals under dark puddles and entrench your neck meat. That's why battle vets tell horror stories about me that make the kids fret with death dreams, because the evil in my eyes is worse than the look children catch from Jeffrey Epstein. I'm ruthless. I'll find where your heart is and squeeze my talons and reach inside there. I'm an anarchist who gave my sleep paralysis demon nightmares. I don't care if you're Democratic or Republican, both wings of the same bird. Bend your wing bones, bend and shatter them and crunch your ribs. I'm a demented savage who will bludgeon skin until the flesh is ravaged from 100 slits till we descend to madness under ugliness. I'll fucking blood eagle you and tear through your back. The blue bruises and white ribs in front of a blood wall looks like the American flag. Your spine is like the flag post, lungs flapping in the wind as it's collapsing inside you. That is another example of how red, white, and blue mean freedom till they're flashing behind you. I'm the type of guy to Molotov a group of protesters with fiery gaseous fumes. Then when the police cheer, my fists make a cop wear two different attires of black and blue. Y'all have movements to fight injustice. I'm still lost in the tear gas on 5 tabs of acid, hypnotized by a blood-smeared riot shield until I'm wafting the fear back. Government's on the last leg, with Bill Gates in my trunk, still kicking it and scratching inside with aggression. What is your political stance? 'Cause if I take a knee, I'm only adding to my collection. I want to use the arteries of every congressman to repaint the White House, then also get a taste of your thought structure when I snip brainstems and my teeth take your spine out. I am he who crawled from the gas clouds in Yemen, from bombings that poured from the skies that constricted. A mutant beast, a fucking monster who's born to enlighten the wicked. I swing one heavy cross, clobbering hordes as I slice through the Christians. Even the Satanists were brought to the morgues from the bite of my sickness that slaughtered and tore through their lives in an instant. And that, my friends, is how you're supposed to conquer with war and divide with religion. Do you believe in conspiracies? 'Cause I'd record myself skinning you alive in an anonymous mask, testing torture devices that I stole from the Vatican until I completely chop you in half. Look, I'm anti-Freemason. In fact, I do experimental torment on Masons within my bunker lab walls, crunching numbers into their mind frames, calculating their sanity limits like this is fucking Black Ops. I even used machetes to molest each Clinton until they bled to death. Evidence was wiped, erased, and marred. I'll dissect you surrounded by my collections of the heads of ex-presidents inside of mason jars. Yo, chopper to your neck like I'm beheading a rooster. I'll watch as you scream till the blow. I press that desert eagle, and when the bird ignites, everyone cheers like Bohemian Grove. I'm not respected, which is understandable. Yeah, I'm kinda twisted. I'd enjoy shoving a broken corona into a crippled and bedridden virus victim. But calm down, kids. I'm not like Joe Biden, but if you come with me, you'll see some malevolent entities. Take my hand, step through this portal. Please do not touch the severed limb effigies. But Matthews, Behind this mass grave over here, I stack more hot bars than boxes of flare piles. I'm overlooked for the evil. You're overlooked because you jot like a scared child. I'm recognized by every group as the Prince of Darkness and Sin. I'm putrid, I'm sick, and heartless as shit. So ill, I'm a nightmare to Anthony Fauci, as my mind bears a cancerous toxin fuming with wicked carcinogens. I'm fucked up. I'm the only strange music fan who brought a noose to watch a lynch in public, yet at the same time, I'll strangle a cop and make a BLM speech over his neck's twists and crunches. I cut their throats so fast that Bluv ejects outward like a crip bandana when it unharnesses. I send authorities into comas. My needle-like claws go through more cop flesh than blood cartridges. I send mixed signals like waving peaceful banners with an English queen's head in my hands and a collapsing citadel. Fuck racism. I just masturbated to the skull of Hitler that I impaled on the flag of Israel. Bobby, don't you find it strange that politician guts feel like those of a flight attendant spilling under? Those are words spoken by he who's flipped through more stories of corruption than 9/11 building jumpers. Time.
Tyler, political horror. Let's start with some typical gore. Have you ever cleaved a skull with enough force to hit the head with a new knife and leave it dull? Grab the scalp meat where the forehead and scalp meets heave and pull, blood pours from the seams in full. Your eyes roll back as you enter shock because your brain's exposed to cold and your blood pressure's dropped? That's ridiculous. I'm a sci-fi with an alien coupe. AI has gotten free. We are made to assimilate. It seems we're done. Machines have won. We cannot compete. Humans have been deemed a dangerous hazard and flesh obsolete. First drone shaped as shiny chrome skulls deployed in shot police. Any cop on beat, head shop, deceased. Retreat. The fleeing of folks in the streets was not relief. The devil they did not know was the one who got the beast. They move on to military next. We hit him with the very best artillery we get. Stirring in horror as the shells didn't leave a dent. Metal faces, level bases, mowing rookies down, killing every vet. Chrome skulls attached to servers. Tanks and any jet, the citizens have yet to be harmed. Although many fret, the news breaks. Death heads descend on the government. Now everywhere that you go, you see several of them hovering, watching us wondering, what is their purpose on earth? Time lurches forth. A head always comes to hover. Those who don't obey disappear undercover. No mother, sister, or brother, or sons recovered. But there's no time to mourn. A skull has been felled by a lightning storm. So it's time to find and confine it. So we can analyze and find who designed it. A group of 50 men, mixed backgrounds from a hive mind just to find it. We put it on a trailer and drive to a mine. Yeah, the road's about 5 minutes. How did we miss the death heads flying behind it? Why weren't they firing? We reach the mouth of the cave. We enter a stage, a laboratory that looks like it's been set there for days. Everything laid as if ready for experimentation today. The skulls and toes cease the pursuit. We begin to scatter. Their motives didn't matter. We regroup. We have to see what's inside it, someone shouts. A fact of which none of us were divided. We put it inside of a chamber to avoid the danger of the high-powered laser, which opened the chrome skull like your own skull from a saber. When the smoke clears, remove the goggles. Oh, the dudes that were closest to the chamber appeared spooked and boggled. We open the door and see the breach in the skull. The lasers arm articulated around and breached it in full as we open the skull and smell. The rot rocked the nostrils. Green steam emits inside the machine lined with a wall of flesh, pulsing, seething bits. And in between was a human, or what was a narrow stretch, but sick, tubes for excrement. And food exit its face, shadow X melting into it. Whelping with blood, shot eyes, horrified and mutilated, fused to it. He ripped it out of his mouth and said, "Please kill me," as some green putrid shit with blood and puke and it spews from it. "Shoot me quick." And that's the end of Shadow X. You're just a shade, so I'm looking for the shadow next.